What's going on, drivers? It's part 2 of pre-trip. I said it might be 6 parts, but I think it's going to be a lot less. But we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Chicken lights and chrome. Nah, I can't sing. I'm headed home. You can see us coming from a million miles away. Y'all know that song? Anyway, we're going to touch on lights and a few other things in the pre-trip and try to make this go as quick as possible. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so we're going to close the hood up real quick so we can get right to it. My thing with the pre-trips and the lights, usually I turn on all my headlights, I turn on my hazard lights so I can just swoop through. And this is why they say it's a 15-minute pre-trip. Not for you beginners though. For you that are taking the initial test, it's gonna be a lot more than 30 minutes. You're gonna have to name all of those things that bent, broken, or cracked. Sorry. But once you get out of that, then everything should take less than 15 minutes, okay? All right, let's get to it. So the first thing I did was turn the truck on so I have lights, and turn on my hazard lights and turn on my high beams. So as you can see, high beams, they on, right? That's the first part of it. So now I can go to my low beams because that is the first place the DOT is going to check you. They're going to go right to the front of the truck and they're going to say, are your lights working? Turn on all your lights because it's quick, fast, and easy. Low beam. Low beam. Next place I'm gonna go is up top. See those? Everything must be working. Every light must be on. Every light must be functioning. Remember in one of my videos I told you I got a ticket for what? 3 lights out. That's what they cited me for coming through that Texas scale. They didn't give me no brakes. They cited me for 3 lights out. Again, hazards are working. Okay. Gonna come back here and check the lines. That's not good. See, this is not supposed to be hanging, fellas. Not supposed to be touching. DOT is gonna check these lines for fray. If there's any fray in that line or wire is exposed, they can shut you down. Okay. Dock plate. What's going on with the dock plate? Okay, it's loose. In the morning, I'll have the shop tighten that up, because it's not supposed to be flopping around like that. But when you make your turns, what happens? That line get caught up in there like this, and it slices it, and it keeps slicing it till you don't have no air brakes. That'll shut you down quickly. Right here, we got the cabin airbags. See that? Cabin airbags are usually, they'll wear out, and you'll be able to tell. I've already replaced mine, but they'll wear out, and you'll be able to tell because your cabin will be bouncing around. It's supposed to be stable, you know, where your cabin ain't floating around all over the damn place. You'll feel it. I guarantee you, you'll feel it. On these trucks, we have 4 airbags, okay? That's one. Let's see if I can get a good shot of it. Damn thing. See it back there? It's right there. That's one. And there's number 2, okay? There's 4 of them. There's 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. One of the things that will go out, and that's another reason you do a morning pre-trip, like I told you about the axle hubs, those airbags will go or they'll have a slow leak, and that usually is where you want to start with your problem, because if there's a slow leak, then you know your airbags are probably worn out. I've replaced all of mine. Mud flaps. They will cite you for mud flaps, fellas. They call it sailing. That's when your mud flap just sails, you know, sails back and forth too high, more than, what did it say, 8 inches. Another place you want to look, underneath here, okay? Since I'm under here, I can see my hazards are working on my tractor. But right there, that's what I want y'all to see back there. See that 5th wheel? It's locked in. You see the pin locked, the king pin locked in? That's what you want to make sure of. You also want to check these cross members under here. If you can't get under here, you can't bend, you may have to get down, slide board, however you want to do it, but you want to make sure all those cross members are not broken, because what happens if any of those cross members are broken, when that forklift come on here, you know how they run up in there in the docks, you should always check your trailer, take pictures of it. What a lot of guys do, especially guys I've seen from other countries, they'll take pictures of inside of their trailer, and then when that forklift come in, especially if they own that trailer, then they can come back for, you know, payment, because that forklift has damaged the trailer in some kind of way. But if that forklift comes running up in the back of this trailer and these cross members are messed up, he'll fall through. You have a problem. Landing gear, feet. Sometimes the feet are bent, but you want to make sure that they're not bent to a point where you can't bring the landing gear down, because you want to be able to bring that landing gear down. Also, be careful where you land those landing gear. Some of the customers have asphalt. That asphalt basically will cause the landing gear to cause the trailer to sink. So a lot of them start putting concrete. That's where you want to place the landing gear, on the concrete. This crank handle, some guys have a problem with one landing gear coming down and the other one not coming down. What their problem is there's a pin. Let's see if I can find it. But there's a pin inside. To get with your shop and have them do it, but there's a pin inside of inside the landing gear. So when you see one leg is cranking and the other one ain't, and they're uneven, it's because that pin then fell out. It has to be re-cranked up and the pin put back in. Again, we got hazards, okay? All lights must be working. Remember that. They will cite you for malfunctioning equipment. All lights must be working. Got that? Some guys, they'll have them on the side. I don't believe this trailer has it to the front, but there'll be one in the front. Okay. All right. Moving along, because I don't want to be all day with it. It's supposed to take 15 minutes, but I'm trying to show y'all. And you'll have 4 airbags back here. Okay. There'll be 4 airbags in the back here with the trailer. You see this mud flap? It's not selling, but it is still workable condition. Okay, here we go. Lights. There's your hazards. Lights up here, working. Okay. Lights down here, working. Hazards, okay. Four airbags, 2 on this side too. Okay. Hub seal, hub counter. Okay. A lot of the Canadians used to put I forgot what the system is called, but they will put it on their tires. That keeps the tires properly inflated. They won't get low, and then they don't have to worry about the tires going low. Because what usually happens when your tires go low, first of all, you lose fuel economy. Second of all, you have a blown tire and you're stuck on the highway. And that's another thing I'm gonna touch on. With a blown tire, how many tires do you have on the tractor? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, if you blow one tire, unless you're a company driver or you got a 19 tire, where's the nearest loves? Be careful though. You want to do it safely. Okay, everything's about safety in this industry. Okay, don't get caught. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, right? All right, there's an airbag there. And there's the other airbag, that's it. So there's 4. So usually you're gonna find that your airbags, which I replaced all of mine on my truck. It's not my truck, it's still company truck. You'll find that that's where most of your leaks are coming from. We'll touch on the engine next, and what you need to look for on there. Another thing, you see something that looks like it's leaking, like water, whatever, from this area here, check your fuel tank. The last driver I drove for, his fairings kept puncturing the fuel tank, which wasn't a good thing. I think I touched on the drive line already. Touched on the airlines, the pigtail. Usually they sell everything as a whole, but sometimes you can get this separate. This pigtail, you can get it separate. It's expensive, don't get me wrong. Your shocks for your cabin shocks. Like I said, you know, it's just another problem that doesn't happen a lot anymore, but it does happen. Brake chambers. Easy fix, but when one go out, you'll know, okay? And we're gonna touch on brakes a little bit too here, since I got a little time. What I'll do is I'll pop the hood and I'll show you after I'm done with the other pre-trip. Okay, lights. We got lights, okay? We got lights here. Okay, so I've already gone through the lights, okay? All lights are working, so now what I'll do is I'll get up in the cabin of the truck and I will kill my lights. And I'm gonna kill my hazards. Next thing I'm gonna do is signals. Usually you can start on whatever side you want. There's no particular side of how you do this or how you wanna do it. There's no particular way of doing it. It's just to make sure that everything is functioning so that you save money and you don't get charged, okay? So, the next thing we're gonna check is light, turn signals. Okay, we're working from the right first. The reason I work from the right first is because we're talking about me, choose to go around and come back to the driver's door to be able to hit the signal again, and then all I'll do is step up and walk back again and walk forward, okay? We got turn signal, okay? Get under here again to show you. Brake chamber. Each axle has a brake chamber, so there'll be 4 on here and 4 up there. This line here, see it? Remember I told you in the first video, when I first started, that was the line that got me caught up? The reason it got me caught up because it was dragging on the ground and it punctured a hole. And that guy came across 4 lanes of the freeway to help me. Put a tube in there as a temporary fix and clamps. Clamps, you can get all sizes of clamps from Amazon. I got a bucket of them. A lot of clamps. But that tube he put in there helped make sure that it made sure that I was able to get down the highway. Okay, we got signal there, so that's the right turn signal we seen. Okay, all right, let's go to the left. Now, one of the issues that I have is if you want to check your brake lights, you're gonna have to get another hand, a driver, you know, to go, hey man, can you do me a favor when I pull out? Can you check my brake lights and just wave at me? Or if he's walking, you tell me, hey man, since you're out your truck, can you check my brake lights when I hit them? Let me know they're working, because I've been pulled into a scale, did a pre-trip, Oregon, and they shut me down because I didn't have brake lights. Okay, but I can't see those brake lights just like I can adjust slack adjusters because it's not on me. I don't do those type of things. Like I said, I am not a mechanic. So we got left turn signal. See that? We got left turn signal. Now, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll go back up and focus on the lights again. Just walking and looking. So that's the left turn signal. Okay. And then we got a left turn signal. Okay, you see that? And then we have a left turn signal. So what I'm saying to you guys, do your pre-trips, upsell. You also have leaks coming from these, the trailer. You'll see them same as the front that I was telling you about earlier. But do your due diligence, do your pre-trip, morning trip, pre-trip, do your post-trip. Post-trip is to catch anything at the end of the day that may have not been caught during the day. Get it? So that you don't pull up on the scale and be wondering why DOT is shutting you down with a 25-point violation on your CSA. This is old school out.